It doesn't happen very often, but every now and then someone will ask, what is the best IUL? And that's the same as asking, what is the best car? It's like, well, what does best actually mean to you? What are we actually trying to figure out? So somebody asks, like, what is the best car? That in itself is not enough to actually answer that question. Is it best car in terms of safety? Best car in terms of how long the car will last? Best car in terms of great with mileage? There's all kinds of qualifiers that are going to change the answer of best depending on what it is that you're trying to accomplish exactly. So if you're wondering what is the best IUL company, you want to take a step back and really ask yourself, what are you trying to figure out with that? And kind of dig a few layers deeper to really get clear on what it is that you are trying to understand, what it is that you are trying to solve. What I find with most people when they're asking this question, like the main concern is, I want to make sure that wherever I'm putting my money is not going to disappear. And with that, I have good news and I have bad news for you. The good news is that insurance companies are very, very regulated and they have a very low failure rate, right? There are insurance companies that have been around long enough where they have paid out policies for people that were on the Titanic. Insurance companies are so regulated and so safe that even banks themselves actually store their money in life insurance policies as opposed to in other banks. And so realistically, your money is safer with a life insurance company versus in the bank where they are not even required to actually have the cash on hand for the cash that you put in your bank. But the bad news when it comes to like finding the best IUL company is that even if you actually have a list of, okay, best IUL company in terms of cash growth, best IUL company in terms of how long the company's been around, best IUL company in terms of the living benefits that they have along with their policies, best IUL company in terms of, the companies that have guaranteed income with this policy. Even if you have an aggregate list of that, the problem is that the insurance company itself does not actually make or break your policy. What actually makes or breaks your policy is who is actually building that policy out for you and if it is designed properly in order for it to actually grow your cash and last in the long run. And so even if you have a policy that is built with a company that has the highest cap, where you're going to get the most amount of interest possible on any given year, if you have a policy that is not built out to do what you want it to do, then it doesn't really matter what company it's built with, it's not going to perform. It's not a good use of your time trying to dig through and figure out the best IUL company. It's a better use of your time to understand the main points that are important for you to get as a consumer in order for you to evaluate a policy to see if it is built correctly or not. Because a policy that is built well with a not top IUL company is going to perform better for you than a policy that is poorly built with the best IUL company, because no matter where the policy is built, math is math, and there are no miracles that are going to save a poorly designed policy. I have a checklist that you can use. So as you're looking at different policies, you have a good idea of whether or not this makes sense based on what you're trying to do. Go ahead and comment checklist. You got a copy of that, and watch this video next for the top things that you want to be clear on before you even talk to any agent or any broker about an IUL. So you have a better chance of getting a policy that's actually built out for you, that it's going to perform well, no matter which company this policy is built in. I will see you there.